We've got another Hale to entertain you. Give it up for Rick. Rick Hale. Good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to have all of you here. Good turnout. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Richard Hale. My friends call me Dick, and ironically, so do my enemies. To tell you a little bit more about myself, I come from a relatively large family, which is fun, but it kind of has its drawbacks as well. It was kind of hard when I was dating, bringing girls over. You know, we're in the living room trying to find, seclude or whatever. And then like halfway through Titanic, someone from the other room yells, "Somebody get me some toilet paper!" I was like, gosh. "All right, Mom, I'm coming. Give me a break." I thought some privacy. My folks were very good, though. They tried to raise us well. We'd have family scriptures and prayer in the morning. And I used to love, I would always hope for my little brother to get called on to say the prayer. Because I knew we'd be in there, a little thank you for this day, some vain repetitions, and boom, we're out of there. But the worst was when my old man took the liberty to say the prayer himself. I had to get comfortable. Oh, goodness. And I'm like kneeling there, find something to lean up against. And as we're going, like halfway through the prayer, it turns into like family lecture. "Please bless the boys, that they will remember to take care of our assets. Help them to remember that driving the cars is a privilege. Help us to go to bed at a decent hour this weekend. And we'll be able to wake up early and maintain a decent yard." Probably the worst about my dad's lectures is that he would always mispronounce words. It's like 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday. And he wakes me up at the door like those hinges were like shaking. And he's like, "Ricky, you need to get up, go out in the backyard, you need to pick up all the garbage. Just walk across, pick up all the garbage. You've been out late last night enjoying pleasure. It's time to wake up." So I don't know about y'all, but growing up I used to love to have sleepovers with my buddies, for the most part. Who like to have sleepovers? Holler for sleepovers. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a little uncomfortable for me because growing up, I used to pee the bed. I peed the bed till I was like 5 or 6 years ago. My friends, we're like about ready to go to bed. They're like, "All right, Rick, you can sleep over here on the couch." I'm like, "No, I'm good over here in the bathtub, man, thanks." Good. Damage control. But the other reason I didn't like having sleepovers was because I was always the first one to fall asleep. And that sucked when you've got friends like I do. You get like shaving cream and everything. Remember one time I had a sleepover at my buddy Lee's house. A lot of my friends were there, and as usual, I was the first one to fall asleep. And I woke up in the morning, and I was very impressed. It was completely, fine. I was like, wow, we're growing up. This is nice. Until I got home and went to shake hands with the president and walked in and see myself in the reflection. And they had neatly written, "faggot," across my forehead. A Sharpie marker. I was so pissed. To wash that crap off there, I'm like, taking care of business. I peed the bed, it's funny. So my sweet wife and I went to California recently when we visited Knott's Berry Farm. Holler for Knott's Berry Farm. Yeah, it was very enjoyable. And I noticed something that I never really noticed before, and that is Knott's Berry Farm can be very romantic when you're waiting in line, if you're Mexican. I was like, dang, I gotta try that. So I tried it. She's like, what are you doing? Get away from me. She makes me, just like Eric, I gotta work hard for kissing anymore and action. I mean, they gotta take her out to some place nice like Fazoli's or something. Anyway, but in all seriousness, I love Mexicans. I'm part Mexican. There's a lot of crap going on with this SB 1070 and illegal immigration. But I say let them come. I love them. I think there's just something endearing about pulling into Circle K and having like 12 guys like, hey! Like, hey, what's up? Love it. So inevitably, after having gotten married, I put on a little bit of weight, and I was wondering, how can I shed these pounds? And I didn't want to go to the gym because I know that, typically the more you go to the gym, the more of a douchebag you become. Results may vary. So I was asking one of my buddies, I was like, what can I do to try to get in shape? And he's like, well, you should try P90X. And I says, P90X, what is this you speak of? He says it's like a home workout. I said, well, what does it stand for? Turns out nobody actually knows what P90X stands for. The 90 stands for 90 days or something. Anyway, so I gave it a shot, and I found out what P90X stands for, and that's puke 90 times. And I had to give that diet up because some girls in junior high got in trouble for doing it. And I think we called it bulimia, So I'm a big fan of texting. Texting is convenient. It's fast, especially predictive texting. But the problem is that sometimes there's a little equivocation because some of the numbers are the same. Like I've got this friend who suffers from depression, and I tried to, just check up on him. So I shot him a text. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's it going? And he texts me back and he says, I have my life. I just figured he was being optimistic. I said, that's wonderful. It's the best news I heard. And he says, like, I have you too, you jerk. The V and the T share the same number. It's funny. But the worst was probably this one time, my buddy Paul, over here in the back. Love you, Paul. I tried to send him a text, and I was just seeing what was going on. And so I sent him a text and said, hey, Paul, got any plans tonight? And the next thing I knew, Paul was at my door wearing leather pants and he was topless. What the heck? And I reread what I sent to him, and apparently I sent, hey, Paul, hot boy plans tonight? All right, thank y'all so much.